Hey guys, so I just woke up a little bit ago and boy do I have like a rant for you. Sorry, I know my hair looks crazy and I haven't even looked in a mirror or brushed my teeth or washed my face or anything. Like straight out of bed, was really hungry, came downstairs, ate some food, and was dealing with like a bit of drama this morning. And normally I would never be able to put this on my channel because I'm already getting so much backlash for like a tweet I posted out, and people are like full on attacking me, and I like feel like I would love to rant with like my friends about it. And so you guys are my friends about to rant about, because I just think like it's so ridiculous. And of course they just turned like a lawnmower or something on over there, so it might be loud. But yesterday, and this is just like a PSA for people that don't know, if you're on Instagram, they introduced this new thing on Instagram story called a poll. And like on Twitter, the polls are private, so you can't see who voted and you can't see what they voted for. But on Instagram, it's the opposite. You could see who voted and what they voted. And a lot of people don't know that because it's still a new feature. So I had posted a poll and I forget what I wrote. I wrote something like, oh, like something like, do you want to see me go live on YouNow right now? Yes or no? And I wasn't like posting it as in like, oh, my haters don't want to see me. Like, it was not even like that. That doesn't even cross my mind. It was just like, how many people, like if there's more than 10 people that say yes, then I know that there's people around to like, you know, watch me or whatever. And so I'll go live. But instead, it was almost like, it was crazy, you guys. It was almost like 50-50 of people saying no. Like, I think it was like 43% said no. And I was shocked. I was really shocked. I was like, oh my God, like, do people not like me, but they follow me and they're like trying to be rude? Or is it just because they're not around to watch me, so they're saying no? Like for me, I would think like, okay, if I saw someone like going live on YouNow and I was like not able to watch them for some reason, I just wouldn't vote. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like, no, I don't want to see you go live. You know what I mean? Because that's like kind of how I took it. And I was just like, my feelings were hurt. So I was just like, that's kind of shitty. And then I went down and I saw like the people who like had voted no, and I like clicked on their profile because I wanted to see like, oh, they're probably just like young kids, you know. I did a bunch of dumb shit when I was young and was mean and stuff, like, so maybe it's like young kids, but it wasn't, you guys. Like majority of the people that voted no are like moms, like old mom, not old, but like moms that have kids, or of course like people that in their profile it says like daughter of Christ, or like, you know, a bunch of like religious stuff. They always give religion a bad name. I already have such an issue with it because of my ex-stepmom, who was like super Christian. And then like I was so mad, you guys. I really wanted to be like to go on and find like their husbands and like go follow them, you know what I mean? Or like their their boyfriends or husbands and go follow them. But I restrained myself because I'm not little savage Shannon anymore. But if I was, I'd be trying to fuck their boyfriends. If I wasn't married, you know what I mean? Like if I wasn't married and I was like young teenager, I'd be like, who are these fucking bitches? I'm gonna show them, you know? But thankfully I'm old ass bitch. Not old, but like I'm older and mature, so I like don't even think of those things. But if I was little, I would. But yeah, so there was that. And then something like real drama happened this morning, because when I had saw that last night, I was like, it made me think like, are these people really like following me that don't like me, like hate watch me? I guess there's kids that live next door. So yeah, I was just like, whoa, like how many people actually watch me that don't like me? And so I did a poll, which people, like not people, but like one or two people were like, why are you opening yourself up for hate? It's like, because it's my social media and I'm curious to know, like this is my job. I want to know how many people actually watch me that don't like me. If like, you know, 75% of my audience are hate watching me, then I'm gonna put like more trolling and like, you know, like drama videos up, you know, because that's how I get paid. If it's not, like obviously like I wouldn't want to do that, and thankfully I have Patreon now so I don't have to, but like, you know, it's good for me to know my audience. So I posted up, do you even like me? Yes or no? And thankfully there weren't that many people that said no. I think it was like 17% or something out of all the people that voted. But I was just curious, so I went through to see, okay, these are people that actually don't like me and are straight up saying it. And I know that it's not an accident, because like, it's not, people are like, oh, I accidentally pressed this. That was like people's excuses that didn't know that it was a public thing. They're like, oh, it was an accident, like I accidentally pressed it. But like, if you watched my Instagram story, you would know that it wasn't an accident, because I specifically say, wow, this many of you guys, you know, voted no. Do you guys not like me? Like, if you watch the story, you would know that like people that had voted that they didn't like me knew what they were voting, you know what I mean? So when I went and I looked, I was very surprised to find out that one of the people that voted no was not someone I have met in person, but was actually on the marketing team of Milk Makeup, which is like a company that I really liked and have like stood behind and promoted from like, you know, when they weren't very popular, like just coming up. And I had noticed that like there were little things I'd noticed about stuff with the company that was kind of like shady, like after a little while. Like at first they were really cool, and like, you know, I met a lot of the other marketing people, and I even met like the owner, like one of the owners at like an event that they had, and just like was always really supportive of them. Well, somebody on the marketing team voted no, that they didn't like me. And this is someone that like, I follow their Instagram, I like their pictures, I comment on their pictures, like always been nothing but nice to. So like, I just don't understand like people's mentality. Like what did I ever do to you for you to not like me? You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm saying I want everyone to like me, you know? Like I don't expect everyone to like me. I know that they're not, but like, we have some sort of working relationship, and like you're using an account, like a work account, for negative social media use. You know what I mean? Like I just, for one, I think it's inappropriate. It's not like appropriate for you to be using like a work Instagram to like be mean to other people, or like, you know, for negative use. So that was one thing. And I had posted out a tweet because I was like really shocked, and I was not just shocked, but I was upset and hurt, I think, more than anything. And I just wrote, I'm like, you know, it makes me so sad that like someone on Milk Makeup's marketing team like doesn't like me. And I posted like where she voted no, and like what the vote, like what it was, on my Twitter, and like full on got attacked, you guys. Like all I was doing, like my Twitter is to express my feelings about stuff, and if it's not 100% rainbows and sunshine all the time, like I'll get attacked. If it's something, me saying like, I can't believe this person that I thought was like cool with me doesn't like me, and like straight up said it from like a work account, you know, like from a professional big company's account now, because Milk Makeup is like a huge company now. And like, so I had said that in hopes, not that she would get fired. For one, I know she's not gonna get fired because they're a very like tight-knit family over at Milk Makeup. They're like all really good friends that all work with each other. So I know that that's not gonna happen. So I didn't post that in hopes to get her fired. I knew that she wouldn't. So like, that's one reason I posted it. It was more like as a PSA to be like, hey, listen, to companies, if you have people that are using your social media from a company account, don't use it for negative use, and it's public, just so you know, the people can see that what you're voting, like negatively voting for on Instagram polls. So it was more like a PSA, and to let like companies and people know, be careful what you post, it's public. And I just full on like got attacked by people. People are saying like, you're acting like a kindergartner, you should have just like, you know, sent them an email saying this. And I'm like, no, that wasn't the point. Like the point was to do it publicly so that people know to not do this anymore. It's like a, you know, teaching someone a lesson. Not so much teaching someone a lesson, because there's not going to be any repercussions for that person, but like more of letting everybody else know like, hey, this is a public thing. If you vote, like be careful. And then someone else was like, what are you just expecting to get them fired? And then someone called me fucking disgusting and said that I had like the biggest ego, which like, I think people are just fucking brutal. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a lot to deal with sometimes, you know? I know that it's like, people say like, well, it's part of the job putting yourself on social media, like being a public figure or whatever, but like, is it though? Like, we shouldn't have to feel like we should be attacked by wanting to state a public opinion about something going on, like, you know what I mean? Especially because like this, it's my life that I put on. It's not like, oh, I'm an actress, you know? So I'm acting out this like scene, and that's all you guys see. You don't really know the real me. It's like, no, this is the real me, and that's my job. I post about the real me and what goes on in my life. So I feel like I can't post things anymore, and it's just like censoring, and I hate it, you know? Because that's like what I built like my brand on, was being like honest and upfront and talking about things that like most people don't, you know? So it's just a bummer. Anyways, just wanted to like kind of rant that out. My Instagram poll drama. But oh my god, on a brighter note, do you guys want to see something really cool? I came in my backyard this morning. I haven't been back here in a while, like still in my pajamas, but like I have a ton of pomegranates that are ready to be picked. But something that makes me even happier are these roses blooming in my backyard. Aren't these so pretty? Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy to see that. And you guys, these roses, like the color of them, I don't know if you could tell, but they're like so like red orange. They're like this beautiful color. And we have like not just these 2 rose bushes here, but we have rose bushes that line the whole fence. They just haven't like bloomed yet, and I think that they're gonna look so pretty in the winter time. Or not the winter time, but like whenever they bloom. But then the other thing, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not yet. I haven't showed it on any of my other channels, but I put my little Buddhas in this little like garden area right here with like this little stone pad, and I think I'm gonna make it like a meditation garden. I think they're kids playing in the pool in the backyard over that fence. So yeah, that's my rant this morning. I'm sorry like if it was a negative video, but I just like want to make this Patreon a place where I feel like I could just literally tell you guys anything, be myself, and like talk to you guys like friends, you know? Because sometimes I literally want to like go nuts and make videos where like I full on like, you know, say stuff like this, but I can't because I get so much backlash just alone on Twitter, like getting so much backlash. So thank you guys for like giving me that outlet to be able to tell you guys anything and everything. I love you. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.